Hello, Kim Townsel here. Welcome back to my channel. Remember, it's free to like, subscribe, leave your comments below, and share the video if appropriate. What do employers want from new employees and candidates? I'm on a lot of advisory committees with a lot of employers, and I listen to what they say when they tell us on the university level and on the secondary level how to groom candidates for employment. I will cover some of the top things that employers want to see in candidates for employment. One, most employers want their employees to be able to pass a drug test. That's pretty basic, but they say that they get a lot of really good resumes and a lot of really good potential employees, but they can't pass the drug test. So, be able to pass the drug test. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. The second thing is they want their employees to stay off their cell phone. There's probably a time and a place for that, but if you were the boss of a company and you had employees and you were paying them for an 8-hour day and they were on their cell phones for an hour total a day, off and on during the day, would you really want to pay them that extra hour that they were spending checking social media, texting their friends, or doing whatever business they were doing on their cell phone? We don't know what people are doing on their cell phones. We don't know if they're conducting business. We don't know if they're playing games. We don't know if they're being social. We don't know. So employers basically want people to stay off their cell phones. Now, some employers have a different view on this. They want you to engage on your cell phones for various reasons and whatnot, but most employers say they want their employees to stay off the cell phones. The third thing is employers want their employees to follow the rules. Whether we agree with them or not, our employers have rules, guidelines, policies. They put those in place. Most of the time, they are in place to protect the entire organization. If you have a manager, the manager's job is really not to pet the particular employee. The manager's job is to make sure that the organization is run smoothly. When policies and rules are put into place, if they're good policies and good rules, now there's always the exceptions to the rule, and there will be, they are put in place for the good of the company or the organization. So employers want people to wear the rules. If you're supposed to wear a name tag, wear a name tag. If you're supposed to wear khakis, wear khakis. If you're supposed to wear your shirt tail tucked in, wear your shirt tail tucked in. If you're supposed to wear your hair up, wear your hair up. If you're not supposed to have wildly colored hair, I couldn't work there, then don't wear wildly colored hair. Follow the organization's rules and guidelines and policies. They're the ones paying the salary. They get to make up the rules. Most employers also tell us that they want people to be punctual. They want them to be on time. They don't want their employees to be tardy. They want them to show up when they're supposed to show up. If it is a service organization and the organization is dependent upon people being there doing their work for a particular time, then things can shut down. The whole operations gets delayed if a person is not punctual, not on time, or not even showing up there. So punctuality and attendance are important to most employers. Another thing most employers say that they like is task completion. When an employee is supposed to start a task and finish that task, they want it finished. They want someone that they can depend on, who's someone who's reliable, that if they know that they give this person a task, that the task is going to be completed, it's not going to be left undone for someone else to come along and have to finish. Task completion. Another thing that employers say that they want is they want the employees to respect the company privacy. In some organizations, you're going to have sensitive information about personnel, like if you work in a medical clinic, obviously you're going to know things about people. We can't get out there and run our mouths about those things in the community or to our families or to our friends. Many types of organizations have sensitive information about other people, and we have to respect that. We also have to respect the company's privacy. There's going to be information about your company, and most companies want you to look at the organization or the company or the agency as a family. And so we want to keep family business in the family. If we go and run our mouth about it to people who don't work there, then it just makes everyone who's associated with the organization look less than stellar. Respecting the company's privacy. Now we get into what we traditionally call soft skills, but a better term for that will be professional skills. The word soft implies that, I don't know, maybe guys don't like that term. Professional skills are a better way to look at it. One professional skills that employers want is time management. They want employees to have a really good sense of time. about how long it's going to complete a task and how long it's going to take to get things done. They want employees to have good time management skills. So if your time management skills are not up to par, that's something to definitely work on before you get into a professional job. Another skill that employers want their employees to have is communication. Communication will involve the grammar, the tone of voice, the spelling of our written words, the way that we conduct ourselves through email, being able to understand and follow directions, being able to read the instructions, making sure that we do those types of things. Communication is key. In some agencies and some jobs, it's more important than others. If you're communicating with the customers and all, obviously it's very important. But even if you're on a management team and you're communicating with people within the company, communication is still very important. Another soft or professional skill that employers want is the ability to work with others. Collaboration, teamwork is very important. There are very few jobs in which people work that are solely without engaging with other people. So sometimes we do need to work alone. We have individual and private tasks that we need to do for our workplace. And sometimes we have to work with other people, and it's going to be a little balance of a little bit of both for most jobs. Employers do want people to get along with their coworkers and to be able to work well with others. And that means compromise, communication, and a lot of other skills as well. Employers also want their employees to be responsible and reliable. If they tell you to do something, or if you say you're going to do something, they want to know that they can count on you to do that. They want to know that they can depend on you. So be responsible, but be reliable. Just like in relationships. Employers also want employees to show initiative. An employee who shows initiative is going to be more likely to get promoted, be more likely to have a raise, because the person who has initiative is looking around to see what needs to be done. They're not standing around waiting to be told to do every single little thing. They're the people looking around, seeing a small problem and tackling that problem, getting it done, getting it out of the way. Initiative is looking around, finding the next thing to do without somebody telling you what to do all the time. Initiative. It's going to get you places. Trust me. And the very last one that I can think of that I've heard employers talk about is attitude. It's just having a good attitude. When my first job was working at Wendy's, now this put me as the cashier on the drive-thru window on a Friday night, so imagine that. My managers had this little saying that said, if you've got time to gripe, you've got time to wipe. They wanted us busy doing something all the time. I guess I have that work ethic that I thought if you're on somebody else's clock and they're paying you, you're on their dime, and you need to be doing something to better the organization, the agent, or the agency. So no slacking and not being lazy. Keeping a good attitude, my thing is, why whine, shine. If you're a whiner, people are going to listen to you and they're going to say, whiner. If you're a shiner, then you're just going to be illuminating the room and trying to show the better of things for everybody and everything. Now, all of us are going to whine about stuff every now and then. We're human, and I think that's just human nature, but try to shine more than you whine, and I think that you'll be a better employee. Thank you for watching this video about what are employers looking for in employees. Remember, it's free to subscribe to my channel, it's free to like the video, it's free to leave a comment below, and it's free to share the video. Until then, take care of yourself and be a good employee.